art, my feedback. So let's go into the process of noticing where you can improve on your art and where you can make those huge level ups, okay? Huge Q3 improvement. Let's go. First one from Samdoesart, you can see this beautiful painting that he did, and you can see already the lights, the direction of the lights, and the character. And here I'm going to start by choosing the points that it's going to receive more shadows, more light, more refinement, or less refinement. I'm going to duplicate this layer here, and I'm gonna start painting above it. I believe that there is a very strong shadow here, but the light's coming even from the back of the character. Not exactly only upwards, but also from the back. So there's not going to be a strong shadow in the floor. It's going to be a more soft shadow. The first thing is that we're doing here is taking a big look on what is happening in the character, basic fixing, but now let's focus on the real and most important thing ever, that it is composition. I saw this character is walking in a colorful place and there are things flying. I want the focus to be the character, and the bright stuff. So I'm going to make everything around a little bit darker. I know they shine, but they are not the focal point. As an example, one there is much more ahead of us, like this one, or this one. It's going to shine much more stronger than if it was right here, because it's more far away, much more far away, this one. And when it's far away, you don't see it in the same quality, the same strength. I'll substitute doing shadows by doing reflection. Again, I don't know where this character is walking, but if it was some kind of mystical water, it would look amazing to be this character walking on it and having the reflection of walking there. See that I'm not doing the reflection touching the character. There's always like some kind of barrier, not letting one touch another one. And of course a gradient. Stronger close to the character and weaker the more far away it is. And we can do the same about the lights. I'm going to copy here all the lights and then vertical. We can press it, especially because the more far away, the more pressed it is. Okay, now we can do some crazy stuff on curves. Curves is something that I love to use to change the settings of the colors and values. I click it here on curves, okay? This is the type of thing that I'm doing right now, is focusing on the full image. I'm not focusing on any kind of detail. What I'm focusing right now is, am I going to find this picture interesting or not, you know? Remember, you can just go and erase a little bit of curves. Samdoesart, what I noticed that you need to improve is on focal point, also pause anatomy, and I would say light and shadows. Light shadows. I'm talking about the main things right now. Also, I noticed that this ear going into... If the head of the character is turning 3/4 upwards, the ear is also going to turn upwards. If it's receiving light in this upper part And this is a really open area. There's also going to be reflection in the paws, in the arms, in the legs. My way on doing reflection is the NMW. Now let's fix here. What is missing on your smudge too? It is doing hard edges. It's very good your soft ones, but only having the soft ones is going to show an unbalance of hard edges, soft edges. We need to have a balance between hard and soft. In place of doing this place here bigger and here smaller, I'm doing the opposite. This side bigger and here closer to the nose, the muzzle, smaller. In the middle, I just put a line of shadow. I noticed that you use a textured brush right here. It's very good, but sometimes the brush is not going to show the right pressure that we needed. As an example, here's rectangular shape, shadow shape. It's too strong. We may need it soft. This side here is going to receive a lot of shadow. Why? To contrast with the light coming from behind. I see that you did the reflection in the back, going down a little bit, going a little bit down, but basically straight. So there are places there's going to be a little bit more down, and places there's going to be a little bit more up. Like here, there's a bone that I know. So here is going to go a little bit more up. And also here, a little bit more up. Whenever you're doing fur, you can do even more fur. And not only the same thing, you can change the direction, you can change everything and make your fur look more interesting. How? Change direction, changing size of locks of fur. If you change the size, if you change the direction, you're going to make your peak automatically more interesting. Do one close. Why? This is going to show that your image is not only static, but it got also something frontally going on. Now, so you can blur it a lot. Let's blur it like a lot. The picture needed to be bigger. Why? For the head of the character being exactly on a focal point. Let me take out also the saturation of the borders. Borders are not as important as the middle, and I don't want the borders to be calling that much of attention, you know? There's something that we can do here. I click it here and went on exposure. I did everything a little bit with less exposure. Like, why not we add here field blur? What field blur is going to do? You choose the specific place that your art is going to receive blur. It automatically starts with a semi-blur in the middle. You could just pick and drag it to the place that you want. As an example, I want here to have 0 blur, the face of course, but I want the corners to have blur. I do want the corners to be blurry. Now let's fix a little bit the color of the hair, because I think it still needs, I'm going to apply it right now, soft light. I think it still needs that little touch of blue, because when we look at our main reference, it had that blue. Look at here. Now we're gonna add some color dodge into the eyes. I change it here to linear dodge add and apply it 60%, okay? While I'll be fixing here, I'll be doing a small like sum up of things that I found in this drawing that you can apply in yours to evolve. First things first, composition. You gotta have a good composition going on to be sure that you're going in the right direction. Second thing, never be afraid to just change big things into your artwork. Maybe it can be the paw, maybe it can be the size of the canvas, maybe it can be how strong you did something, just paint it. Don't be afraid to do those things. Number 3, and it's going to be always take a good look on your artwork. Like, what is the message that you want to pass to people? This one was a very soft message. There was not much of ambient light going on. You can even see here the charter that is a black fur, gray fur, got dark, black, and gray shadows. But to have a full ambient light going on, we gotta mix everything together. And now the charter, that is a black fur, is now blue fur. It still looks black, but it's a blue fur. Yes, it is. We can still keep going, changing even more colors, like as an example, color balance. Look at this, making the scene more hot, so hot, or making it more cold. Why so cold? do the markings very small. I understand you wanted to do it this way, but this way we cannot see clearly the marking. We need to see well the marking. Please tell me if you got any question or feedback. I'm here to help you. This is the main difference that we did. Ambient light. Things calling attention, things not calling attention. Rendering, anatomy. You can do it, okay? I'm talking with you right now. You can do it. No matter how insane it may look like, oh my, this is 1 hour, or someone watching YouTube may say, oh my, she did that in 1 hour. I cannot do this in 10. Calm down. With training, you can get there. I believe in you, champ. Thank you very much, Smiley Mittens, for giving me the opportunity to do this feedback for you.